Hey guys, what is up? Cody here, also known as Blaze Shadow HD, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire Part 2. Getting recorded right after I made Part 1, because I want to start this, so I don't know if you guys guessed, my start or whatever, but, you'll see who I'm about to pick in a second. So anyway, you talk to this guy, he's like, I can hear someone shouting down the road here. What should I do? What should we do? Somebody has to go help. And yes, I am reading a dialogue now, because, yeah. Help me! And as you can see, Professor Birch is getting chased by a Poochyena. Hello, you over there, please help! In my bag, there's a Pokeball! I bet there is. I bet there is. Who will it be? Will it be Trico, the grass type? Well, I'm gonna give a little description of the Pokemon in this game. Very brief, very quick, and not that very informative because I always somehow mess up some sort of information, whether it's on accident or on purpose. I don't know why it'd be on purpose. But either way, Trico, honestly, I'd probably say he's the weakest starter out of the three, but he's pretty decent if you can. He's a really good grass type, but out of the three starters, he's not as good as Torchic or Mudkip, in my opinion. But he is still pretty good, and if you want to challenge, use him and you see what you can do with him, and yeah, pretty good Pokemon. Yeah, Torchic, the fire type. For my Let's Play, that I mentioned in part 1, because this was the first Let's Play I ever did on YouTube. I picked Torchic, but this time around I'm not picking Torchic. But honestly, he's probably the strongest and probably the most overused starter out of the three, which is one reason why I'm not gonna pick him. And two, he's not the Pokemon I picked during my when I first beat the game. So, but regardless, he is the best starter out of the three, in my opinion. And, he is like an epic fire type. He can just, he's like a tank. He can just own everybody in his path. So, really awesome Pokemon. But, sadly, I have to go with Mudkip, the water type. Because that's the Pokemon I chose when I first beat this game. I can't remember if I asked the fans of the live stream whether they wanted me to pick Mudkip or not, or just which Pokemon starter I should choose in general. But either way, can't remember how or why, but I picked Mudkip, and that's who I'm picking in this LP. So, let's get it on. Gotta fight that Poochyena that was chasing Professor Birch. And I can't remember when I named Mudkip. I can barely remember my whole team. I remember this and Crobat, which I'll talk about later because I don't want to get into that. But those will be, I will have Crobat, but I can't remember what other Pokemon I had, to be honest. But we'll see. If you guys are watching this while this is getting uploaded for the first time, you can recommend or suggest a Pokemon down below. Like said, I will be giving short, brief information about the Pokemon in this game because I am very informative when it comes to this game, and I can give my own opinion. And no, I'm not trying to copy TheFanFictioner, who I know is also doing this game as well. He actually started before me, but regardless, here's our Mudkip. I will name him, you know what, screw it, I'll name it after fiction. And I can actually do FanFictioner, so I'll do that. Because he's been a good guy, and I really like him. So, let's get to that F. Let's get to that lowercase. I don't think we can fit, can we fit fiction? T-I-O-N, yes I can. FanFiction. Good enough. I've had fanfic, fiction, and now fanfiction, so. One day I hope there's a Pokemon game where I can write FanFictioner, but so far no. FanFiction, you will be my starter. And we have to go after May, who is in Route 103, and that's where our first rival battle will take place. Thank you for— no, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna have like a 3-minute long episode. Anyway, let's go talk to our Ma. I think all she does at this point is heals you, or heals your Pokemon. How are you doing, Cody? You look a little tired. I think you should rest a bit. Yes, she heals your Pokemon. So, yeah. Now, you don't have any Pokeballs at this given time, but we will after the rival battle with May. And this is Route 101. There are Zigzagoons, Poochyunas, and Wurmples here. I believe that's it, and I will go over them as I run into them. Here's Wurmple. He's a bug type. He can evolve into two different evolutions, I believe. I can't remember exactly which ones, because I personally never really, got into using Wurmple, because he's not that good of a Pokemon, but if you take the time and actually, like level it up and, take care of it, it can actually be pretty powerful. I have used it once before on the actual GBA, but, you can go ahead. It's all about preference. I'm just going to run away for now. I'll train off screen, so you guys don't have to see me fight wild battles. And I'll show the rest of them as I run into them. Anyway, here's the Poke Center. I didn't fight, so I don't need to do that. This person right here will give you a complimentary potion because he works at the Pokemart. This is a Pokemart. Just look for the blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon, which you can't buy at this given time, but right after you receive some, you can buy some here. Here, I'd like to give you this as a sample. Yes, a potion. So, yeah, when I first played this, I didn't really know whether it was a male or female, and honestly, I still don't know. I know someone told me at one point, but I forgot. Anyway, this is Route 103. There are Wingulls here as well. They are a great water type. We might even... No, this is Zigzagoon. In my opinion, he is best used as an HM slave. He's actually going to be the first Pokemon I catch, but not for my actual team. He has this ability called Pickup, which allows him to pick up items randomly, and most of them are pretty good. Most of the time he picks up Super Potions, Revives, Full Heals, Ultra Balls, I even think he can pick up rare candies as well. So he picks up a lot of good items randomly for just, out of the blue. And that's why I really like Zigzagoon. Not only that, but he's also a good HM slave because he can learn a variety of HMs in this game that will, allow you to move on with the game, because a lot of them are mandatory. So I highly recommend Zigzagoon for that reason only. But if you're actually using him for your team, he's not as good, but he can learn a lot of or a lot of moves overall. He's kind of, I'd compare him to Rattata. Raticate is like a beast, and I honestly think Raticate is better than the evolution of Zigzagoon here, but Zigzagoon is more of a comparable to Rattata. So if you know Rattata, it's pretty much the same thing for Zigzagoon. Except for the fact Rattata's never used as an HM slave and doesn't have pickup, but that's why I like Zigzagoon. So there's my little brief information about Zigzagoon. Oh, and I also know that my friend Tootin hates him. Anyway, enough said, we'll be taking on a rival now. Let's see, the Pokemon found on Route 103 include... Oh, I thought she was going to do my job for me. Oh, I see my dad gave you a Pokemon as a gift. Since we're here, let's have a quick battle. I'll give you a taste of what being a trainer is like. Yeah, so you can't name your rival in this game, so if I were able to, I would have named it Annie because it's a female. And I haven't named her anything yet in any of my LPs, so gotta do that eventually. Anyway, so this is the first battle. She always has the Pokemon that is I have water, she has grass, grass beats water. There you go. That's the best way I can compare it to. And this can be a pretty easy battle, but it can also be a difficult one as well. I recommend training before fighting this, but not always, because, you can easily beat this. I mean, look at that. I just beat her, even though that was critical. I probably would have beat her with that same turn anyway, because she was in the yellow, about to be in the red. But anyway, sometimes, very few, but sometimes I have lost against this rival battle, so, better be safe than sorry, but like I said, I'll be training off screen. And TheFanFictioner learned Mud Slap. Wow, that's great. Cody, you're pretty good too. And I got 300 Pokebucks for winning. And then she wants you to meet her back at the lab. And there she will let you, she will give you 5 Pokeballs, and you will also get the Pokedex, which is like an encyclopedia for the Pokemon that you find, battle, or encounter overall. And you're supposed to, like, track down all the Pokemon that you see along your adventure for Professor Birch here. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, Professor Birch always says you beat May on your first time, even if you fail against her, which has happened to me before. I failed against May, and then I beat her, and then I went to Professor Birch and was like, wow, you beat May on your first try, even though I didn't. So, you know, little fun fact. Fun fact. And then she's like, oh my god, you have a Pokedex too, so do I. Here's Pokeballs. So you can catch Pokemon, which I will do next time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Which Pokemon should I catch in the next episode or in later episodes? Tell me down below. I already know who I'm going to catch. A general idea, but I don't have my full team in mind. So give me a little tips for future recommendations for Pokemon, and I will consider it. Thank you for watching, and see you then, guys.